Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Woody Woodpecker in Crazy Castle 5 for the Game Boy Advance. In the last video, we made some headway again. Let me bring my microphone up to my face a little more. Finally, I can kind of see it out of the corner of my eye. And we finally got through Stage 2. And we got through Stage 3 as well. Actually just now took me so long enough to notice that you kind of have a good idea of what the stages look like just from seeing them on the map. I kept wondering for the longest time why there were bubbles in Stage 2. Turns out you're near some ice cream floats. Who knew? Anyway, now that I'm done with my brief marveling over the graphic details of the map, let's go ahead and play Stage 4. And let's see what we can do here. So at the time of this recording, I just got done recording the last bits of everything I wanted to do for Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo. Yes, that version. There's a mimic to the left. Ew. So, forgive me if I'm a little bit of a emotional high. I actually cried. Whoa! Use the levers to select an exit and then press the A button to jump in the car. Okay. What does this even do? That presses that in. Do I have to press anything? I wonder. No. You are not stabbing me with your nose today. And there's another mimic to the left. As I was saying, I just got done recording the last bit of everything I want to record for the Super Nintendo version of Chrono Trigger. So, forgive me if I'm on an emotional high or if I seem a little bit off. Because that was the last time that I really played the game seriously from beginning to end and really took stuff in and just played through it like I did when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. And, yeah, all that nostalgia really started coming back, and I knew that I'd never find another game like that. I actually cried near the end of that. Like, I actually had real tears going down my face during the outro. Because I knew I'd never see another game like that again in my lifetime. Although, to be fair, Final Fantasy VI would probably be Chrono Trigger's equal. But again, growing up in the 90s and half of the 2000s, there wasn't going to be much of a game like Chrono Trigger. It was just so well done from beginning to end. And I'm talking more about that game than I am about this one. I've found 4 keys already. Go me. And I am waiting for you to go that way before I do anything else. How do I get up there? Can I move? Can I... What if I do this? What does that do? Did that just knock me into the left end? It just brings me back. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I see. So what if I were to... go all the way to the left, and then press A? I feel like I'm in a bit of a... I need to start using the R button. You know what? I need to head over there. And then make my way to the left. And maybe that's how I can get that other one to drop down. So I have to do things this way. Yeah, that makes sense. But how am I going to get to... Oh. There was stuff around here that I didn't even explore. That's why. But that... I still need to find the other switch. And that's where the exit is. Will that do something for me? Doing that? I feel like there's a lot to learn here. Well, maybe not that much to learn, but... definitely a lot to take in. Let's find out. It works. Okay. And that'll bring that up. That'll bring that... Ew. Okay, that works with all of them. Okay. I made an ew sound, and I'm like, okay, I didn't want it to work like that. Okay, I need to find that switch again. And hit it. That switch on the left end. And it's just gonna be right here. However... if I bounce off of... if I hit that, I'm gonna bounce off of it. So I have to keep it that way. There we go. Also, it's kind of cool that you're invincible while you're in this thing. I'd hate for Woody not to be invincible while in the roller coaster. That would be... that'd be a terrible, cruel joke. And I would hate that. Well, that was a fun mechanic. But now... I need to bring... I need to bring this down. That'll work. And then it'll bring me right back to the exit, which is where this is. Cool. Let's get out of here. And wait a minute. There's nothing to the right of this, so we only have 5 stages. Well, this is interesting. We're at the top of an ice cream cone, or we're gonna be at the top of one, so let's play this. We're gonna have to deal with a boss. But I think we can do this. That boss thinks he's a load of fun. He's a load of something else. He's a load of bull stink. I am totally bringing that back from Gex 2. Don't you dare stop me. I will take other answers such as load of baloney, load of garbage, load of bull honky. I can't think of any more words. I'm sorry. And oh boy, he is gonna. Why? Oh, you. Go away. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. What if I can use these? Okay, that's cool. Oh, I do not like this guy already. I really don't like this guy. Oh, dear. Wow, I'm gonna have trouble with this guy. I am going to have trouble with this man. I really don't know what to tell you all. And maybe that's for the best. I can't believe I did that. I thought I was going to get hurt doing that. Oh, you little jerk. I swear this guy comes off across as nightmare fuel. Oh, you little turd. Well, joke's on you. I have health now. Wow! That... I could not get away with that. Woody? Thank you. Okay. So far, so good. I can't believe I saved myself with the health. But how am I going to get up there? Well, that's one way. Oh, you jerk. Well, there's a gun. Now, can I get health? I'm not really going to complain about keys. I feel like I'm trying to get cover in one of those games where you have to shoot people with a machine gun. Which is basically how every boss battle feels in this game. Oh, I should have just kept running. Okay. Okay, there's this. I really need to hit both sides. And then go for the center bit. Man. I really have to do the center from the top down, don't I? Well. I'm going to have to be super careful doing anything. And I really shouldn't be walking either. I mean, that's a mistake waiting to happen. And you just lead Okay. Well, this is one way to do a thing. Well, that was not a good idea. Well, I'm getting plenty of guns. Hey! I may have to duck as soon as I come back. I was holding down and the game decided not to, and the game decided not to, recognize that. Where is the health? It's over there. Ooh. Okay. We know where health is. We got that going. I need to save the room near the exit for last. If I can help it. If I do that, I'll have a health store. Alright, I want to explore everything else first. I want to believe that that door to the right of the exit will have a key. If it does, that's fine. That'll be fine and dandy. But this definitely seems doable. This is a thing that I can do. There's the power, which I don't necessarily need. Alright. Now, is there anything down here? There isn't. I want to save that for last. And that... Oh, dear. And I need to stop walking. Let's go up there. Ow. Well, you can't get me while I'm doing that. Oh, you little turd. Okay, drop down. Perfect. I'll take that. I'll take that. Things got really tense right there. Not gonna lie. I better have a gun waiting for me. I do. Now, my main problem here is... Yes! I'm glad I saved that for last. We did it! Get in the door! Oh, we don't have... Oh, right, we don't have any more keys. So this thing's coming down. We did it! We cleaned up Crazy Castle. Congratulations, Woody. You have earned all the treasure in Crazy Castle. Let's take a look. Oh, it's coming down all right. And there's one last treasure chest. Okay, Woody, let's go. Mother Nature, do you know what's inside? It's the most precious thing you could possibly imagine. So it's the other 3 games before this. Why don't you go ahead and open it? So it's everything from 2 GB on... Winnie? Oh, Woody, it's you. The game did this again. You're right, Mother Nature. Winnie is indeed a treasure to me. Well, we couldn't get Lola in this, so we had to bring in Winnie. Oh, Woody, I'm so happy that you think I'm a treasure. Woody, thanks to you, the world of the fairies has been saved. Well, at least there's that. Thank you. And thank you, Mother Nature. I'm sure happy to see my dear Winnie. But how did she just suddenly pop up in the treasure chest? She wasn't a treasure that I expected, but she's all that matters. The end. And our niece and nephew were still hungry. Also, this game was made in real Echidna Land. And that is it for Woody Woodpecker and Crazy Castle 5 and the entire Crazy Castle series as a whole. This game. I like all the overhauls that they did with this. Graphics and sound-wise, if you can call them overhauls. But man, does it get nasty near the end. At least you don't have one world having 4 stages, and then another was 6, and then with 5, and then like another was 12. This one is a little more accessible than Crazy Castle 4. I will give it this. I like that there's plenty of original original ideas to go around as far as enemies go. You don't just have Looney Tunes characters that act as villains because they've done it in the cartoons. They fit a lot better. They seem to come from the place where you're at. I do like that. I'm glad they were able to work around not having the Looney Tunes license for this. What else is there to say? I just wish that the ending wasn't the same as every game from the second or third Game Boy game in. That's my only real complaint other than the insane difficulty spike in Fairy World. And some of the nitpicks that I have with the controls, and I will get into those briefly in a minute. This isn't a bad game. They did some things right compared to Crazy Castle 4 and maybe even the other games in the series. They did bring back a bit of a difficulty spike, and I kind of welcome it to an extent because 3 and 4 felt a little too easy because I was so used to the NES game as well as the first and second Game Boy games. But it does get hard near the end, and I'm surprised it was able to level out, at least for me. So how does this game stack up compared to, well, not just on its own, but also compared to the rest of the series? Graphics are pretty good. They're pretty nice. I know they have that rendered 3D look, but at least it's not too bad, and I can't complain about it too much. Sound and music, it's pretty good. It's definitely a little different compared to the Bugs Bunny games. It's a little more modernized. And of course you have Woody Woodpecker's trademark laugh there too. So there's that. Everything definitely sounds a little more cartoony because, hey, this is a GBA that you're working with here. So this is probably the best sounding game in the series, although there is some good music to be found in some of the early games as well. Controls, pretty much what I expected, but I do like the fact that you can slide down ladders and you can also dash with D-pad double taps. I like the powers from the Mother Nature jars. They do make it a little easier to get around when you need to use them sometimes. I do like that you can cycle between weapons. And you can equip and unequip them when necessary. So if you want to switch between using a gun and using a bomb, you can. I always preferred the guns in these games compared to the bombs. The bomb is nice, I just never really got used to using it. What else? So it plays fairly well. I did, however, find it a little annoying that enemies did respawn if you left the area where they were in alone long enough. And sometimes it was a little hard to drop down areas just because of the frames of animation involved in Woody moving around, but that didn't really bother me as much as the difficulty spike did. To be honest. So there's that. And I want to play multiplayer, but as I check this out. Oh, shoot, I can't do this. Ah, you had to have two different things. Ah, well. I tried. Looks like this is going to be the final video. And if I load now, I'll have everything here. Incredible. And now I need to talk about the replay value. Once you play this game, there's not going to be much of a reason to come back. I really wanted to check out multiplayer, but I guess I can't do that. I guess you're just going around and just finding weapons and health and just shooting each other down in the maze-like areas of this place. Maybe there's some areas that are just exclusive to multiplayer. I will probably never know because I will not be able to play it. But I'm pretty sure it'd be fun and would add to the replay value. Who's to say? But as far as the single-player stuff goes, once you beat it, there's not much of a reason to come back. Now, as far as the entire series goes, this is the best looking and sounding one. Though there are some classic tracks in the NES and the first Game Boy game, and maybe the first, or maybe the second Game Boy game as well. The Honey Bunny years are pretty good. They do have a bit of a difficulty thing going on, though. 3 and 4 are pretty easy. 3 felt like the right length, but you still had one hit and you're dead mechanics going on with that one. 4 was a little easier because that introduced the hit points, but it went on way too long. This one kind of combines the Honey Bunny games and the Lola Bunny games. And by that I mean the first and second, as well as the third and fourth. They can kind of combine the strengths and weaknesses of those two sets of games in the Crazy Castle series. It's just that with the fifth one, you just have Woody Woodpecker instead of Bugs Bunny, because Kemco no longer could get the Looney Tunes license, and the best they could settle for was Walter Lantz. Which I'm actually kind of okay with, because Woody Woodpecker has never been what's the word I'm thinking of? He's never been represented very well in video game form. There are some classic characters like Felix the Cat who have never really had a lot of video games. Looney Tunes have had a lot of video games. Asterix has had a lot of video games. Garfield, amazingly, has had a lot of video games. But then there are some that never really have, like Snoopy and Felix the Cat. And then there's Woody Woodpecker, who, as far as I can tell, probably had even fewer games than Felix did. Poor guy. But at least he got a good one out of it, and you just saw me play through it. Anyway, this has been Let's Play Woody Woodpecker in Crazy Castle 5, which might as well be the best of the series. Though there's still some fun to be had in the earliest ones as well. There's kind of a curve where it just starts out high, goes back down maybe a little bit, but it's not as much of a curve. Like, it's a shallow curve and not a deep one. I think that's the best way to put it. Anyway, this has been PrinceWatercress. This has been Let's Play Crazy Castle 5. Hopefully I'll be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between. Who knows? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see y'all later.